Hi Cancer, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2021. I do want to thank you genuinely for joining me, but I also want to remind you in this moment to like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And don't you dare forget to subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Alright? And so we're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Soul's Journey deck. And keep in mind as we move forward, a general intuitive read, all right? But due to it being general, as I do the initial shuffling, take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And make sure to check out the other placements within your chart for more messages. And if you're here to hear about a Cancer, you're more than welcome to join and be a little bit nosy. But as well, I'm accepting requests at this time for personal reads. So all you have to do is shoot down to the description box at some point. You'll see the options pricing on my email. Just reach out and I'll get that started for you, okay? So let's see here. For Cancer, money and career for September 2021. Things might feel a little bit messy as you make your way into September, either in one of the two categories or both. Just a feeling I'm getting. Okay. See how many I feel the need to pull. Okay. So we have 3 in forgiveness. You may need to forgive yourself for certain choices you made in the past when it comes to your finances, some purchases you made. Maybe some of you experienced a bit of financial loss to a certain extent, or maybe for leaving a job maybe that didn't work out for you. For some of you, it may be a level of forgiveness that needs to be aimed towards somebody within your work environment, or maybe from a past work situation that kind of at times pops up in your mind. All right, time to let that go to a certain extent for your own health. Gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. A level of gratitude is going to be either come upon you throughout the month of September, or you're going to be reminded by the universe in one way, shape, or form to be grateful for all that you have within your career or will have moving forward, as well as the financial comfort that lies within your future. And a need to just simply be grateful for all of the ups and downs, the lefts and rights, the lessons, the wisdom you've gained over time, and you know, all of which that's to come as you move forward. Bear with me as I struggle. And then we have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And so part of that forgiving process, however that pertains to you, as well as just cleansing your energy or being done with the negativity, the pessimistic attitude at times, is to be the peace in your work environment, or just allowing your mindset to be peaceful altogether when it comes to, you know, how you proceed with your career throughout your workday, or simply just how you view your financial situation. At times wanting to stress over your finances moving forward, or your bills in general, and a need to just keep it peaceful, content, and confident, right? You'll find that that will benefit you the most throughout the month of September. Some of you Cancers may need a reminder in one way, shape, or form throughout the month to bring it back to an optimistic, peaceful state of being. And then freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And you'll notice here we have the same kind of color scheme going on for these two cards. Very sort of peaceful water vibe coming through, as well as just nature in general. Both could benefit you to cleanse your energy and simply lower a level of anxiety if you aren't feeling that peace within the inner peace. But it feels like a lot of you desire a level of freedom within your finances, and that's going to be heavily weighing on your mind at certain points throughout the month. And to bring peace to your mindset through meditation or other different strategies, self-care. Some of you desiring a level of freedom from a job that hinders you or holds you back to a certain extent, or you feel trapped in one way, shape, or form. Or you feel as if you just desire a change in one way, shape, or form within your career. A lot of you wanting to just be rich or have that level of comfort financially, so you can have the freedom to buy whatever you want when you want, to go on a vacation when you so choose. Some of you do have that ability and that flexibility, however you want to put it, but choose to be to have that level of control over your finances, to hold back, and very much a focus on saving for a lot of you Cancers throughout the month of September. And so we're going to continue by pulling 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot deck. Let me do some initial shuffling for this. I feel feel like a lot of you Cancers are trying to leave behind a level of struggle when it comes to your career and finances. It may feel a bit difficult at certain points in the month, but it has a lot to do with your level of gratitude, your view of abundance, and the peace that you decide to take on or be one with at this time. All right, for Cancer, to continue the monthly September money and career read. Wow, I feel like I said that really weird. You might be wording things in an odd way throughout the month, or simply finding that you reverse things and are like, wait, actually, let me reverse that back. I didn't mean to say it that way. It could confuse a few people along the month. Okay, so let's pull the 6 right from the top. Pretty good energy. With the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom as well as Justice, it's you thinking throughout the month of September quite often about your level of justice you feel you deserve or desire, trying to balance out the scales for yourself within the 2 categories of money and career. As you take on this sort of independent vibe about you, you might shock, for some of you, you might shock a few people within your work environment or in your personal life, trying to be super independent. You will see a lot of 5s. For some of you, it just symbolizing and being a reminder from the universe that change is coming on the horizon, you know, or you need to implement a change that you've been thinking about, but just afraid to, or just haven't actually moved towards it. Whether it's a new job or just buying something financially that's going to just switch up your situation positively and bring you that level of justice and balance that seems to be missing a lot of the time. So we're beginning the 6-card spread with the 4 of Wands. And so you begin the month of September doing a lot of celebrating or being pushed by the universe to do just that. It feels like you will more so begin the month wanting to hang out with friends, family, acquaintances, as I struggle, and not wanting to sort of move towards a level of productivity within your career as much. Some of you will feel very productive because, obviously there are different types of Cancers out there, but it just feels like you're being pushed by the universe, or you intuitively just kind of instinctively want to celebrate all you've overcome, all you've achieved. Feeling quite grateful, or being pushed to take on that level of gratitude at the beginning of the month or throughout this first chunk for all that you've overcome, once again, all that you've achieved, even though you know there's a lot left to achieve and discover within your career and, success within your finances. I feel like a lot of you will be drawn to certain songs, and there will be messages for you when it comes to the success that you deserve within your career and finances. A lot of you needing to just keep your eyes peeled and open for, just be aware of an opportunity that's meant for you that comes your way. You could be feeling a little bit out of it in the beginning of the month as well, which might be part of the reason why you're not feeling inclined to sort of work. But allow yourself to just pay attention to an opportunity that comes your way that's ideal for you. It could be a good money-making opportunity. And there's a feeling of vibe at this part in the month as well, just to go with the flow, ride the waves of your emotions, of, the changes, and just don't try to force things throughout the first chunk of the month. Temperance. And so you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and there's a reminder coming through to have patience, to at times rest if need be. You might be feeling a bit burnt out towards the middle of the first half of the month, but to have patience with yourself as you grow and change, as some of you feel like you're outgrowing a work environment. Again, very similar to the Justice card feeling, wanting to or being pushed to have a new level of balance within your situation, within yourself. Feeling like a lot of you desire that freedom when it comes to your finances, that level of inner peace, and all of which just leads you towards contentment, right? A bit of completion. There's going to be a bit of a focus in the middle of the first half on a lack of feeling fulfilled within your work, or just a focus on how fulfilled you truly are at the end of the day. And a reminder will come through that you're being prepped to fly towards what you deserve, whether it's a whole new opportunity, a new side hustle for making money, whether it's passive or not, or simply just to fly towards a new level of success within the same company or within the same business you're running, however it pertains to you. It's just going to be a part of the month where you also need to have patience with those people around you in your work environment and outside in your personal life, family members, acquaintances, and friends. feeling like people could potentially get on your nerves or irritate you to a certain extent. Little details are being noticed by Cancers to the furthest extent at this point in the month. But I do feel like you'll start to, due to some annoyances or irritations, maybe separate yourself in a very hermit mode kind of vibe, wanting to bring back a level of inner peace, instilling more self-care in your routine for a lot of you, and finding yourself glowing on a bit of a different level. Nothing wrong with taking a bit of time to yourself or for yourself. Four of Cups to move right along. And so you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, and a job offer comes in for a lot of you Cancers that just doesn't sit right with you. It's either very similar to an old job that you had that you weren't, pretty content with or content with at all, or it made you miserable, or simply it's an opportunity that just doesn't feel right in your gut, or your instincts, your intuition is just kind of screaming at you. A lot of you feel there is a red flag that you just can't ignore. For some of you, it's like you don't feel right about an opportunity, but you can't put your finger on as to why. It just doesn't feel right for you, and trust that feeling. It's either, the universe kind of giving you that feeling to move you in a different direction or to help you out, or it's simply your intuition, your gut feeling just coming over you, and you needing to trust what's right for you and what's not. Because it feels like a lot of you have been waiting for a job for a while that's right for you, and this coming along, and you may, out of desperation or sort of fear of what the future holds or doesn't, want to accept it even if it's not right for you. But don't settle. That's a vibe that comes through, a message that comes through at the end of the first half, or in that section of the month. And feeling like a lot of you will receive a message you're looking for when it comes to getting a loan or a purchase that you're trying to wrap up. But it's going to be heavily on your mind throughout this last part of the first half. Some financial comfort, freedom, however that pertains to you, whether it's in your career or your finances, it's going to weigh heavily on your mind. Just don't stress yourself out, because it feels like people around you in your work environment or outside, or maybe both, could stress you out to a certain extent or just get the best of you. So don't stress yourself out on top of it all, okay? Two of Wands to move right along. And so you make your way to the beginning of the second half of the month, and you find yourself longing for more. A lot of you thinking about traveling and whether you can afford to do just that. I see a lot of you adding new financial goals or career goals or travel goals onto your bucket list, even if it's just a mental list. And feeling the need to move towards new things or discover new skill sets, or maybe gain new knowledge. Feeling like what you're doing now isn't enough, even if it's fulfilling to a certain extent. And just wanting to sort of experience more within your career so you can gain more financial comfort, or simply just take it to the next level in one way, shape, or form. Being aligned with the Four of Wands, you're going to be pushed to, when you're longing for more, to be strategic, to be analytical about it, to move towards it in a smart way, but not to stress yourself out, to utilize your mindset to your advantage, and to also remember that you have a lot to celebrate up until this point. Even if it's not everything you've wanted to accomplish, you thought you maybe would have progressed further, or had more money saved up, or made certain purchases like a house or a car, or whatever the case may be for you. It may feel like you still have certain things to accomplish, but it will happen further down the line. Everything happens at the right time and destined timing. And so allow yourself to be content with where you're at, and just be one with the present moment, and understand that everything will come to be as it's meant to as you move forward. You'll see more fives again. I feel like that was at the beginning of the month. In the beginning of the second half, you'll see a lot of fives, and some of you fours, I feel like right before a big change or adjustment. Okay? And so we're moving on to the Magician. And so you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, and you find yourself manifesting or trying to manifest all that you desire, whether it's a new job, a change within your career, a side hustle, new purchases. For some of you, trying to manifest an acceptance of a loan for your business, or for something expensive or important for you. Feeling like a lot of you are being pushed by the universe to understand and be one with the feeling that the possibilities are endless for you. You might see a lot of infinity symbols, and it's important for you to be positive, optimistic, 1000%. Leave behind any feeling of doubt that comes about you, and move towards what you desire at this time within the two categories. And even outside of that, it feels like as you start to become more positive, optimistic, and believe in what's possible, what actually can happen for you within these two categories, that feeling, that optimism, the changes, the success will start to kind of trickle out into other areas of your life. So it's a positive change as long as you're one with it and allow that push to trickle out. Okay? But being aligned with temperance, there's this level of patience that needs to come over you when it comes to the manifestation process. Some of you wanting to kind of manifest things at the snap of your finger and wanting to see things happen quickly, feeling like you were promised by the universe and things didn't happen when they were meant to or as quick as you thought they would, right? But just allow yourself to remember that manifesting your success is a progress. It's a process, is what I was trying to say. And just allow yourself to remember that you're being prepped to move towards that. Just got to keep working towards it. You can't just believe in it. Got to put in the effort, the necessary work. But I feel like a lot of Cancers who are drawn to this reading, this video, are not shy of the work. It just feels like at times you overwork yourself or feel depleted due to other body issues, physical issues, or just mental issues, you know what I mean? So take care of oneself, implement more self-care so you can make the best out of your efforts and move forward in a healthy manner. And then we have the King of Swords. I feel like a lot of you will start to meditate at the beginning or the end of the middle part of the second half of the month to simplify your mind or just to feel better about your situation. More peace. So King of Swords to finish up the 6-card spread. And so you make your way to finish up the month and you find yourself feeling very stern, very serious, maybe a little bit on edge to a certain extent, needing to kind of continue that manifestation and meditation into the ending part of the month. And you find a focus that comes to be on your mind, your mindset, as well as the knowledge and wisdom you've gained over time, and feeling sort of looked after or watched by your boss or by coworkers, people just watching on social media. For some of you, that's part of your career choice, your business, and feeling like all the meanwhile animals are a message for you in one way, shape, or form for your success or for or just a simple method of comfort, right? Whether it's your pet or not, and feeling like, again, I'm being drawn to the bat, flying towards what you deserve or flying away from what no longer works for you, or being aligned with the Four of Cups, you know, sort of sailing away or flying away from an opportunity that no longer feels right for you or isn't right for you if it's a new opportunity being offered. It feels like there are certain temptations that come to be at the end the end of the first half of the month as well as the end of the second half. It's a test from the universe to see if you've learned from the past, the ups and downs and lefts and rights, as well to test you to see if you know what's right for you, to prep you for the next opportunity that I feel like lies within the first chunk of October that is truly meant for you, that's destined to a certain extent. And it'll give you whatever sort of freedom you're desiring throughout the month of September, okay? So with that said and done, and it feels like you're gonna have to utilize certain skill sets from the past as you make your way into October, and that'll be truly key for you. We're gonna pull a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck to wrap up this reading. For Cancer's money and career read for September 2021. Tree of Life, true wisdom and making good choices in life, absolutely relevant. So there's going to be a focus on nature once again, and you sort of growing things from the ground up, focusing on the wisdom and choices that you've made over time, even if all of which weren't perfect, and to learn from what you've been through and put all of which to use to improve your money situation, to improve your career, and to take things to the next level as you grow and change as an individual. All right, Cancer, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't you dare forget to reach out for a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best. Send you love and light. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Cancer.